Patrick Troughton was a prankster, and Fraser Hines was a prankster. And the two of them, once Jamie came on board the show, developed a natural comedic chemistry. Like famously, for example, back in Tomb of the Cybermen, when they're in this scary situation in Tomb of the Cybermen, and they're both Jamie and the Doctor are trying to comfort Victoria, who was the companion at the time, Victoria Waterfield. And they're looking around for Cybermen and stuff. They're looking around for sources of danger, but like they think they're holding Victoria's hand, to comfort her, and they don't realize they're actually holding hands with each other. And then they turn around and see what they're doing, and they instantly, drop hands. But that was a nice visual element of humor that was introduced, and this was characteristic of Patrick Troughton's time as the Doctor. The actors would come up with these little bits of comedic business. And once Winnie Padbury came on board, Fraser Hines and Patrick Troughton would both, prank her, and she would prank them back. Yep. And especially those three had a mutual pranking relationship going on, which I've read about, is behind the camera, but they also would do stuff on camera. So at one point, the Doctor is talking about, they've got this wall that they say is held together by a magnetic force field, and the Doctor wants to disrupt the magnetic force field that is holding the wall together. And so he's got this wire that he's looping around stuff on the wall, and he has Zoe taping the wire in place so they can then run current through it and it'll disrupt the magnetic field. And he's pointing to where to put the pieces of tape, and she's tearing them off a roll of masking tape and putting them down. And he says, and one right here, and he puts his finger on this point on the wall, and she just tapes his finger to that point. and then the camera cuts away, and they don't make anything out of it. It's just, she just puts a piece of tape right over his finger and tapes it to the wall. And then we cut away, and it's never mentioned again. And it's just a nice, subtle little bit of visual humor that the actors probably came up with, and I thought that was great.
That is good.